there's something to be said about a third party perspective. And this is a channeled message surrounding someone coming in and validating what you already know. Mind you, you guys have been developing a very intimate relationship with your intuition, right? So a lot of these things that I'm talking about, you already know. This is just a confirmation video. But there's something to said about a third party perspective, right? And I'll give you an example. Let's say you've been dealing with someone in your life for a really long time now. They never physically abused you. They never like outright they may not have even outright verbally said anything that was offensive, right? But there's always been an undercurrent. There's always been an undertone of disrespect. There's been an undertone of like them belittling you, them bashing you, them making you feel small, them making you feel like this isn't like, them making you feel suppressed, them making you feel like I just can't. When they're around, there's always been that undertone of like hatred. That's the word that I heard. There's always been an undertone of like true hatred. And remember this. Whatever energetically people are trying to project onto you, it's just a manifestation of their own womb. So it really more than likely doesn't even have anything to do with you, but they are directing it towards you. So let's talk about it. You have had someone or people, multiple people in your life that has always carried an undercurrent of hatred, or they carry the undercurrent of fear that you pick up on, and now you're walking around fearful. And here's why I'm bringing this up. You all are coming up to a point now where you're about to shift. You're about to elevate in some type of way, whether that be financially, because you've already been doing the work spiritually. Do you honestly think that that type of spiritual growth is not going to manifest itself in some way externally to you? Yeah, no, we've been talking about this for a really long time now. You've been doing the internal work, and now the external work is about to show up. And when that starts to happen, it is going to irritate, it is going to zhuzh up to the surface everything that's already been there. And that means for people, that goes for you, but most importantly, there's something to be said. And the real channel message is, like I said, there's something to be said about a third party perspective. Because for some of you guys, you've been sitting with the energy of like sitting with snakes for such a long time. And for some of you guys, this has to be family, bro. This has to be family, because I feel like to a certain degree, on some level, if it were anybody else, you would have been dead at the situation by now. You would have been left. So either it's family or it's some type of, it's intimate, someone that you are convincing yourself of, because it's like, there's something to be said about a third party perspective, right? And I can see it in two ways. In one way, it's like, okay, so if you put yourself in the position, if you viewed yourself as you would a friend or someone you really care about, and you were giving that person advice, you being that third party perspective, you would give them a different set of advice, right? I don't know if that's making sense, but let's say, for example, right, you're in a relationship with someone, or you have a best friend, and you see them in a relationship with someone that's mentally abusing them, but they don't see it. They're just like, no, this is my man, I'm gonna stick with them. You being on the outside looking in, you give them a different set of advice because you see it from a different perspective. So you go up to them and you say, hey, what they did was narcissistic abuse. What they're doing is mentally breaking you down. You can see it more clearly because you're on the outside looking in. And that's this, it's like, but when you're in it, it's different. When you're in it, it's different. You don't see certain things. Most importantly, you don't want to see certain things, because that would require you to take certain actions, right? On a certain level, to a certain degree, your sense of, your intuition has picked up on the people that you have been surrounding yourself with. And you're now gonna start trickling in new people that are in alignment with this new path that you're about to walk on. So new friends, new lovers. And these people are gonna take one look at these people and be like, yo, why are you around them? They just like, I literally just, some of them may even out of their own mouth say like, yo, I literally just watched you shrink as they stepped into the room. Like, you went from having all of this energy to now being like drained, being upset. Like, if that's how they make you feel, why are you around them? There's something to be said about a third party perspective. And remember, even this message is just confirmation. You've already known that this person, this situation, this job, this whatever, you know it's not in alignment with you. You've already known this. But there's something to be said about a third party perspective that steps in and confirms it. Because it's like, sometimes you really don't know just how bad something is until you say things out loud. It's like that. It's that type of situation, right? Because like I said, when you start surrounding yourself with more aligned people that aren't gaslighting you or on some fake, let's be friends type of shit, like actual soul connections, these are the type of people that's gonna tell it like it is, like it's the truth. It's like, nah, let's get all this fake shit out of the way. And I see the fakeness that's surrounding you as well. What are you doing? Why are you hanging around those people? Why are you doing so? There's something to be said, because mind you, like for a really long time, I feel like it was just you in the situation. Like, dang, I don't know why, but I feel really suppressed when I'm around these people. But that's my family. Let me go ahead and or I don't know why, like he's not physically putting his hands on me, but I just feel like I'm not myself when I'm around this person. Like it's situations that I don't even know if this is making any sense. This is a straight up channeled message that's been sitting on my mind for a really long time now. So it's just coming out at this point. But it's almost like, it's like that. It's like you've been, for a really long time, it's just been you. It's just been you in this situation thinking something's not right about this person. But we've known each other for so long. Let me just let it go. We've done this. We've done that. Like, I don't want to believe that it's them. I'm not going to, no. Now God is about to start bringing you into alignment with people that's actually in alignment with the next, where you're headed, who you actually are at your core. They're in alignment with your authenticity. And see, the thing about coming in alignment with people that's actually being their authentic selves, and you're being your authentic self, is that you can spot the fake shit. You can spot the inauthenticity. You can smell that shit. You can smell it. Most importantly, like people, when you come into alignment with people like that actually care about you, they gonna start checking you too and holding you accountable. So there's something to be said about a third party perspective. Somebody is about to come into your life who is just as healed, just as authentic as you are, and they are going to actually like, and it's not even gonna be on no like judgment type of stuff. They may literally come out of their mouth and say something like, why are you hanging around them if they make you feel small? Why are you keeping them around in your circle if they make you feel like you can't? Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's subtle questions like that that's going to trigger you into doing what you already know it should have done or have already known to do. Because it's like sometimes all you need, like when you're in the process of trying to build a solid relationship with your intuition, in the beginning stages of that, it's harder to validate yourself, because it's like, nah, that was just a dream. Nah, that was just, no, bruh. Some of you guys in the beginning stages of like building a relationship with your intuition, you need that form of intuition. You need that form of validation. Hence, you being in alignment with this message. And this is just further confirmation. Yeah, who you are connected with, that is the negativity. You're not crazy, bro. They really are like draining you. They really are siphoning you. Yeah, you're not crazy. They really are holding you back. There's a reason why you want to get up out of here. You're not crazy. You're very much so in alignment and in your right mind. Don't make these people keep gaslighting you into thinking that you're not.